Hello guys, what's going on guys? So essentially today, we're going to be talking about the Dragon Lore. So is this thing going to be coming back in a Counter-Strike Global Offensive in early or later 2021 or 2022 when Cobblestone returns? That being, obviously the souvenir Cobblestone package, obviously with their majors returning in sort of Counter-Strike Global Offensive in the near future. We're going to be seeing pro matches played possibly on Cobblestone in the next year or so. And with Cobble being back, obviously the Dragon Lore starting and actually the birthplace of the Dragon Lore was Cobblestone. There's actually a room on Cobblestone and it has the Dragon Lore on the wall. And will we see this return with the map and with the Cobblestone package itself? And long story short, I don't think it's going to, but we're going to talk about some different outcomes if that were to be the case and if Valve will do it or not. So back in the day, let's start off with some history here. Back in the day, if you were to watch a major and the map was being played on Cobblestone, you had a very decent chance of getting a Cobblestone drop. And when the Cobblestone drop was, obviously the Dragon Lore was inside of it, and those were being the most expensive packages you could get, a souvenir package anyway, from Counter-Strike Global Offensive at the time. That being, up to $50 or $60 at back then. Now it's a few hundred up to $1,000 for a drop because the Dragon Lore is discontinued and it's no longer in sort of Counter-Strike Global Offensive. If you want one, for an example, if you want a souvenir factory new one with certain stickers on it with a really, really high float or low float, that being said, you're going to be looking up towards to $100,000 in real life cash bank transfer on, that's even on the lowest websites in China, like Buff and stuff like that. But if you want one in North America, they're very, very expensive and very, very rare to come by. That's why collectors are coming up on them. And that's part of the reason why I don't think they're ever going to be returning into CS, because people have paid that much for them, because the market's so bad for them right now. And Valve knows CSGO. Obviously, they know people invest in sort of CSGO and they know people make a lot of money off of skins and stuff like that. They know behind the scenes gambling and such like that. I don't think they're going to re-release it, mainly because it's going to screw over a lot of people who paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for an in-game item. As stupid as that sounds to a lot of people, probably that don't play CS or don't really know what's going on or don't take skins or this game that seriously, right? Skins, people pay a lot of money for skins, such as blue gems, sapphires, rubies, such as like right now, for an example, the ruby and sapphire, for an example, as well as the black pearl on the butterfly knife is upwards of, $10,000 to $20,000, depending on the float, if it's Stat Track Factory new or not. That's obviously on like CS money and stuff, but that's still like 10 grand bank transfer on like a Chinese website like Buff, the cheapest on the entire market right now, which is still a lot of money. And that, begs the question, is the Dragon Lore going to return? And obviously, I don't think it's going to. A lot of people don't think it's going to as well. They're just going to continue other collections like the Inferno collection or something like that, or the Ancient collection. They're going to bring that back from, the recent operation and re-release that with the carved jade and such, with, the souvenir editions, which I could see that happening. But Cobblestone's not going to be re-released probably for a very long time, at least for the next 6 months, because we just got Ancient put into the map pool. And I don't think they're going to re-release Cobblestone anytime soon, because we don't really need it. As that being said, I don't think we need another new map for a lot of people in CS. Obviously, a lot of OGs in the community right now, but we don't really need a new map. There's a lot of people who are new to CS as of recently. A lot of those being cheaters. And those are, that's a whole nother video for another time, which we have covered in the past, which is a whole nother problem. People are cheating with Dragon Lores and stuff like that. It's a big problem. But that being said, if Valve does release it, it's going to screw up a lot of people's investments. A lot of people do invest in souvenir Cobblestone packages. The other good thing about it, I guess, is more Dragon Lores will be opened. But then again, that makes it a lot less rare than it used to be. But then again, it's kind of CS's like logo almost. If you were to give CSGO a logo for anything, it would almost be the Dragon Lore most of the time, right? The Dragon Lore is such a insane sort of gun in this game. Everyone outside of Counter-Strike knows about it. Fortnite knows about it. Call of Duty knows about it. Okay, Halo players know about it. Okay, obviously this would really, really crash the market. And then after that, that would beg the question of what other skins are they going to bring back then? Because if they brought back that means they can bring back any gun, right? And that would mess up a lot of other people's investments. And I think that cause a lot of people to crash their own market themselves and crash the economy and sort of CS. And I know that sounds really, really stupid that one gun being re-released could crash the entire market, but it's true, because then people would be like, well, what if they re-release, other guns in this game? Like, what if they re-release Operation skins? Welcome to the Jungle. What if they re-release the Silk Tiger, the MAC-10 Hot Snakes from the recent Operation Broken Fang, or Operation Shattered Web skins, or skins from other cases, right? What if they do that? And then also on top of that, they're re-releasing the M4A1S Knight. Obviously, that being a really, really old gun, people used to invest in that back in the day. It was $100. Now it's over $1,000 because it's a 10% chance of getting a factory new Dragon Lore, right? If you get 10 of them, that's a factory new Dragon Lore. obviously depending on the float and stuff like that. If you don't have a souvenir one, because you can't trade up souvenir ones. You also have the CZ chalice. Like, that's a very expensive CZ as well. That thing used to be like $50, under $50. Sometimes under 20 on third-party websites back in the day. And that thing's like a few $100s right now on third-party websites. That's the problem we are running into right now. And we need to do something about it. We need to fix it as a community. And it's kind of scary that they could really re-release it in the future. But this is just kind of a theory video on what if they did, and, you know, talking about, you know, when they would release it. It wouldn't be for a very, very long time. But knowing Valve, as much as hate and stuff people throw at them and shade, I don't think they're going to re-release it. It's a possibility, but I highly, highly doubt it. They know the market. They know the community. They don't want their own economy to crash. And I think they know a little better and know a little more than a lot of us do as well about the market. That's what has to be said, my personal opinion about this. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please comment, like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. Link in the description below. Hopefully you guys do enjoy the new audio. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.